we're gonna go and move on to the Jets, Patriots, because we mentioned that a minute ago, and I wanna talk shit about Zach Wilson. So we're gonna go and move to that. If I'll
I
let you
would
go.
too.
You take shots first, Leon. You go first. I'll let you get your licks in.
All right. Zach Wilson, BYU. He's an absolute bum. Okay, like who? 77 yards total for the whole game. You were a first round pick. And I get it, Patriots defense. Kudos to you guys. You guys are great. But 77 yards in a game. 24 of those came in the second half of the game. Are you kidding me? There's no I just think there was no chemistry between him, his receivers, the O line, just everything. Everything was just bad overall. Zach, what are you doing? Like, you were injured. They gave your so they replaced you for the meantime. Now you're back. You're supposed to be the guy. Yeah, no, not so much anymore. Like, what's going on, buddy? I mean, I can only say so much from the seat, but man,
I mean, yeah,
you're
that's
an
a.
absolute bum.
Whenever he got drafted, I thought he was going to be one of those guys. I said the same thing about Mac Jones. Like, I think these two guys are getting slept on. I think they're going to do well. Honestly, outside of this game, Zach Wilson's done pretty well. I mean, it wasn't him that got the Jets to their record right now because Joe Flacco played for a little bit. But he's played good up until this game, like good enough to get him wins. It was a horrible game, obviously, and screw you, Zach Wilson, for playing that bad. I'm not a Jets fan, but still screw you for all the Jets fans. I know there's a kid out there up in New York, and he says that every time the Jets win, his dad buys him ice cream. So Zach Wilson, you just cost that kid an ice cream because you could not score one touchdown. That's all you needed. The freaking Patriots scored a field goal and then a punt return touchdown with like 20 seconds left in the game. So all you needed was to throw one touchdown, and this little kid was going to get some ice cream, and you took that away from him, Zach Wilson. So I'm mad at you. But I still think you're going to be fine as a QB. Just like I said, Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is a good QB. Just got played against each other. Props to both of you. You're NFL starting quarterbacks. You're better at football than I will ever be and have ever been. But it's unacceptable, Zach Wilson. The Jets have been good this year. I know they lost Breece Hall, who was a massive piece of that offense, but they've still been good. They still won games without him. So you need to keep that going because, once again, not a Jets fan, but it's another one of those Lions-type teams that they're always so bad that you feel bad for them. Maybe not you, GM, because you're a Dolphins fan and that's a division rival, but if you looked at it outside from a Dolphins perspective, like let's say you're a guy who doesn't have a favorite team, you look at the Jets and the Lions and stuff like that, and you're like, you know what? I want them to do good because I feel bad for them. That's how I feel about the Jets, and they've been doing good this season. They, I think at one point they were the number one in the AFC East, or maybe they were number two right behind the Dolphins because the Bills started sucking. But before this weekend, they had every single spot in the AFC wildcard was AFC East, and Zach Wilson, you're losing that. And I don't like it. I know you like hooking up with moms, but take some time off. Take some time away from that. Let's put the moms aside for a minute and play some football because we need you back, Zach Wilson. I want my friend Jets fans to be happy and to get ice cream. So that's all I got. Frank, you it's your turn. Go and say your piece,
Joe.
Yeah, man, I don't even know where I start. My team is primarily I got Tyler Conklin, who I didn't play, fortunately, but I also have Michael Carter and Garrett Wilson, who I was counting on giving me a little bit more than 2.2 points this week in fantasy, but apparently that's a little bit too much to ask when you have the absolute bomb of a player that is Zach Wilson for your quarterback. I think a lot of people are questioning, is he going to be the quarterback going forward? I would like to say to Robert Saleh, if you're watching this, which I know he probably is, but if you could start Joe Flacco or another quarterback over Zach Wilson so that I can make my fantasy playoffs, please do that.
Yeah, you know what?
That's about all.
I just remembered that I only beat you by like a half point and that you had some Jets players. So, I take back what I said, Zach Wilson. Thank you for doing horrible because had you done well, I would have lost this week. And I don't like losing. So thank you, Zach Wilson, for being a bum. Don't do it again because now I'm not playing against you. But thank you for doing it this 1 week. All right, we've taken our licks at Zach Wilson. Let's move on to Green Bay because